Oklahoma's own News on 6 starts now with breaking news.
In that breaking news, Tulsa police are investigating a shooting outside of Woodland Hills Mall. Thanks for joining us tonight on the CW. I'm Jonathan Cooper.
And I'm Tatum Gwynn. Police say the shooting was an isolated incident and they are still searching for the suspect. We have multiple crews on the scene getting the latest information from police and witnesses. We start with Reagan Ledbetter, who has an update from officers. Reagan.
Tatum and Jonathan, police are searching for the shooter right now. They've been looking for him for a while now, a couple hours now. But here at the scene, here at the mall, things have quieted down quite a bit. The parking lot's cleared out and Tulsa police cleared the whole mall to make sure no one else was left inside. Behind me, though, crime scene investigators are here collecting evidence, taking pictures, because this right here is where the shooting happened. Now, Tulsa Police Chief Wendell Franklin talked to us a little bit ago. He says there was an altercation, there was an argument between two people outside these northwest doors of the mall, and that argument turned into a fight. One of them pulled a gun and shot the other person. Now they say the shooter ran away from the mall through the parking lot, so they believe that person left the area, but people inside the mall heard the gunshots, which caused a panic, and so people were running wild inside the mall. There were some workers at some different stores that were pulling down the doors, the garage door style doors, to protect people. People didn't know what was going on, but Chief Franklin says they don't believe the shooter actually ever went inside the mall, that he actually ran away from the area. Like I said, police are searching for that person right now, but crime scene investigators are out here collecting evidence. Police haven't released any suspect information. They said a person between the ages of 20 and 30 years old. Chief Franklin says it's always dangerous to resolve any conflict with a gun, especially at a place like the mall.
Here at this mall, the day after Christmas, you know, not that any other time is any better, but this mall was crowded with people. And I don't know if there are any injuries from everyone trying to exit the mall or trying to run toward safety, but that's oftentimes when we have additional injuries because of something like that.
Now, police say mall security helped them a lot to get people evacuated, exiting from the south doors, because we're here on the northwest corner of the store. So mall security and Tulsa police teamed up because they don't have PA announcers in the mall. They were able to get people cleared to different areas of the mall where they were safe. As right now, the victim, we're told, is in critical condition, was taken to the hospital. But police are asking anyone if information about the shooting or the shooter to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 918-596-COPS. Live in Tulsa, Reagan Ledbetter, Oklahoma's own News on 6.
Reagan, thank you. Such a scary situation considering how many people were at the mall tonight.
And the day after Christmas as well. Let's go now to Lex Rodriguez, who spoke to witnesses who were inside the mall when that shooting happened. Lex?
And Jonathan and Tatum, witnesses described the aftermath of the shooting as chaos. It's the day after Christmas, and witnesses say there were a lot of people inside the mall shopping when it happened. Employees say people were running into stores trying to find shelter. One employee of a tattoo shop says he helped about 50 people hide inside the shop before closing the entrance. That witness says he didn't know if the shooter was inside or outside the mall. Most people say they didn't hear any gunshots, but followed because they were afraid, and all they could hear were people shouting that there was a shooter. Another witness says his girlfriend recently started working inside the mall. He came after she sent him a text.
Obviously, I want to be able to comfort her. I mean, that's not something anyone should have to go through, especially someone who is not around that, is not trained for anything related to that. So I just want to be able to hold her.
Police say everyone in shelter inside of the mall is out, and it was fully cleared around 8 tonight. We're live in Tulsa. Lex Rodriguez, Oklahoma's own News on 6.
We had a few showers come through earlier this evening here in Tulsa. It was very light, but it did last for a while, and now we'll see more chances for some sprinkles, even a few snow flurries over the next couple of days, thanks to a large, slow-moving storm system that will gradually weaken as it moves east, but it is close enough to still send rounds of energy down that will produce a few sprinkles, few snowflakes from time to time. More, of course, of the winter weather issues are still up to our north, western Kansas, western Nebraska, back up into the Dakotas. means snow and ice issues for them. Here at home again, the batch of showers rolled through earlier this evening. Haven't had much since, but later tonight we could see additional, again, light showers come through. Occasionally some snowflakes mixed in. Temperatures out in Pawhuska are at 37, while here in Tulsa we're at 44 and 45 now in McAllister. We have clouds around for tonight and a west breeze at 11 miles per hour. Front is coming through, so tomorrow winds will be out of the northwest, and we just have a 10% chance blanketed throughout the day tomorrow because of occasional sprinkles or even a few snowflakes to come through. We'll talk more about it in just a few minutes.
State lawmakers say Superintendent Ryan Walters has handed over requested documents included in a subpoena earlier this month. State Representative Mark McBride requested hundreds of documents and communication records that were handed over about 12 hours later. McBride also asked for a handful of communication records, one of which being email responses to Walters' Every Kid Counts email. Walters responded, saying there was not any relevant emails to attach to it.
I've talked to the speaker the last couple of days. Him and I have had several conversations, and look, we're going to continue to work together to improve Oklahoma education. So we've got a great relationship. We're going to continue working together to make sure that we're doing what we can for our kids.
McBride says he was thankful for Walters' swift compliance.
A pair of road projects is wrapping up that will make getting on and off Highway 169 a little easier. The first is where 169 meets I-244. The Oklahoma Department of Transportation has built a new bridge which replaces a more narrow bridge that was a constant maintenance problem. That bridge will now be demolished. The other project is a new on-ramp for drivers going east on I-44 to north on 169. It is now a long extension of the on-ramp to 169 instead of a quick merge. ODOT says it is a $16 million upgrade to the overall interchange, and work will continue through the spring.
Hundreds of people are gathered here in Tulsa to kick off the 2024 Tulsa Shootout. The race has brought in drivers from 41 states and 4 different countries. Today consisted of everybody moving in and setting up shop before hitting the track tomorrow. Several drivers say they're excited the race is finally here, and it's exactly how they want to wrap up their year.
It's definitely a race that you really look forward to. You're like, when's Tulsa Shootout? And when it gets closer to it, you know, the nerves always strike up.
Practice for the drivers starts tomorrow morning with the first race of the 2024 Tulsa Shootout starting at 7 p.m.
While holiday travel is typically expected to be hectic, a lot of travelers say their experience at Tulsa International was fairly smooth. Unlike other parts of the country where weather delayed and canceled around 200 flights yesterday, there were few hiccups in Tulsa. Travelers tell us it was a relief to have a trouble-free travel.
No delays on Southwest Airlines out of Columbus and then transfer through St. Louis to Tulsa, so everything went very smoothly.
There is more severe winter weather in the Midwest right now. If you have friends or family coming or going that way, it's best to keep an eye on your trip through your airline's mobile app.
The town board in Chelsea votes to remove their police chief after he was accused of trying to buy a house with fake documents. How several members of the town say they feel about the decision, including the new interim police chief.
Plus, how a Tulsa recycling plant is using artificial intelligence to deal with the rush of post-holiday drop-offs.
And we are about to ring in a new year, but a cold front comes through on New Year's Eve. We'll talk about how cold it could be for New Year's Day coming up.